following presentation of the National Football League.
At the southern tip of the Chesapeake Bay, EA Sports brings you coverage of the National Football League from Virginia Beach here in the Commonwealth of Virginia. And tonight we start Week 9 with a good one in prime time, as it'll be the Nighthawks of Memphis taking on the Voyagers of Virginia Beach. On the visitors' sideline, their head coach. This guy's off to an impressive 6-1 start to the new year. On the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys back home following their international trip a week ago. So we'll see if all that traveling has any lingering effects going forward. Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their 8th-year quarterback.
And his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Now he'll try to run with this. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. He has enough for the first down, and the keeper a gain of 6.
It's a gain of 6. And the Memphis first down.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Oh, big-time credit. What a play design there. They wanted to get him loose in the open field, and they succeeded. He had all sorts of room to operate in. And he
is into the end zone for a touchdown. It's their quarterback with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Nighthawks will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. With these Thursday night games, sometimes you get those quick turnarounds. You wonder how a team's going to start. They started really well.
Everyone's always wondering, going into a Thursday night game, who has their legs, who has the overall health of the team. But mentally, if you get that early edge, the other team might think to itself, it's been a short week, we're not really ready to go. You might run them into the ground that way. That's why getting that early score means a lot.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
And what a first half of the season he's had, leading the NFL in passing yards to this point. It's been a tough man to slow down. So this defense certainly has its work cut out for him.
And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
8 yards
from the 35. Here's 2nd and a couple. Off the play fake. Rice. This completes a Corley. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
And a Virginia Beach first down.
Off play action. Rice. That one taken in by Corley. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down. Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. defensively lucky they were able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
51 yards on the punt there. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The drive begins with Mason. Past the 20 for a short gain, 2nd down. We take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6. And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms, but I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover, a takeaway, a key sack on 3rd down, a 3-and-out. Something that lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
He finds his man. It's Charlie Kohler. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47.
That's good for a Memphis 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Now 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
And they'll go again with Mason. And he stopped immediately there. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 5.
They'll set up a throw. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Jordan Stout.
4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. The Voyagers offense and their quarterback coming out for their 2nd drive. And he's been doing it through the air and on the ground to start the season, currently leading the NFL in rushing yards by a quarterback here in the month of September. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Off the play fake. Rice. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Operating from the gun. Rice. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's our home team with possession. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Off play action. Rice. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. Now it's 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
Gain of 7. Brings up 3rd.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm.
That's another Virginia Beach.
Off the play fake. Rice. And he will find his man on the outside. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Now a play fake here on first down. Now he's going to step up and run. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
A gain of 22 more yards. That's good for a Virginia Beach first down. 1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. His 6th touchdown on the ground, number 7 overall. And the Voyagers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it was Trey Lance taking it in himself to cap the drive with a touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Here's Memphis to once again go on offense. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Under pressure, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Here's Stout to punt as he boots this one away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's an early front runner for MVP in the NFL here in the first half of the season. As you can see, he's a league leader in passing yards at this stage of the game. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
46-yard line.
They'll run on first down. It's Harrison. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Operating from the gun, Rice. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
It's now third down and 14.
Back to throw. Rice. Now he'll tuck this and run. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now fourth down.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big third down play, and he did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big fourth down call.
And that kick will go out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. Here's Memphis to once again go on offense. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with second and a couple.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second.
The tight end in motion right.
At the 28-yard line.
2nd and 2. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Straight ahead, here's Mason. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. From the 34-yard line, here's a 2nd and 5.
At the 34-yard line.
They'll run again with Mason. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
First down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Wide open receiver complete. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense got...
And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And his guys have taken the lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7.
Voyagers 7.
That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now the Virginia Beach offense set to take over. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Throwing to start the drive. Rice. And that'll be incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And that one too wide and incomplete. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10, he got 9. 4th down. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
3rd and 1.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. A dump off for Mason. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll make it 2nd down.
To Keaton Mitchell.
They'll look to throw again. And he's got his man on the out route.
That's good for a Memphis 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 2nd down and 4.
Complete to number 87. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 36-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw. That is caught, Rashad Bateman. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Nighthawks will extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Rice. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the second half. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. Remember, he called his own number on the touchdown run earlier, and that's something he's been able to do with some frequency this season, as you see here where he ranks among NFL quarterbacks. They go play action here on first down. That's over the middle and caught by the rookie. Touchdown! A big play there. 73 yards. And the Voyagers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Right back to Mason. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. That one thrown across his body, and it's incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
A 40-yard punt, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get this up to about the 40. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
It's 2nd and inches.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
So nothing doing there, and it's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Oh, what a juke into space. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
That's good for a Virginia Beach first down.
On first down, Harrison. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
27-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Rice. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rice. He'll try and do this himself. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
Now Jason Sanders for the field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. Sanders' kick is good. And that'll bring him back within 4. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
The Nighthawks offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. They'll start with a run by Mason. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 40 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
And the Memphis first down.
On the ground again, it's Mason. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
First down. A gain of 12. First down, Memphis.
And they'll try to run the option here. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
At the 34-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
That's another Memphis first down. A gain of 11 on the play. First down.
The slot man in motion right. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He finds Bateman over the middle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
11 more yards. That's good for a Memphis.
And they'll send the slot in motion left.
A gain of 11 on the play.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch.
Bateman. 11 more yards. And a Memphis first down.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. And he won't quite make it to the 25. But the Virginia Beach offense set to take over. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Harrison. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
2nd and 11. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well, and they blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill in for a loss.
Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. 4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's got his target. That's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
At the 31-yard line.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting it.
And this throw will be intercepted. And he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
And now back out comes the offense. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. Starting the drive with Mason on the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
At the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Mason. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
17 yards. That's good for a Memphis first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Banks. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And the slot man goes in motion left. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
1st and 10 at the 19.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They'll look look to throw here. Quick hitter here. It's complete. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 16-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Nighthawks add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Well, I've heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already, just wanted to possess the football, keep converting and picking up first downs. And if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. But the Virginia Beach offense set to take over. Facing a big fourth-quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, their defense has really struggled. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw. Rice. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This time they face a 3rd and 2. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. This will wind up a loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Virginia Beach, 1st down.
Back to throw. Rice. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
Another Virginia Beach, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Back to throw again. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the 1st down marker.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 14-yard line.
Now a first carry here for their running back. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Voyagers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
The previous play is under review.
The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
Now this likely a must-have. 3rd and goal. They'll will try and sneak it here. And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Voyagers get a bit closer. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And it looks like this one won't work out. Hands team able to secure the football.
Illegal touching. Offense.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, it's such a high-stakes scenario. Everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
Now, defensively here, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Straight ahead they go with Ali. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33. Now a stoppage here. We'll get another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. On 1st down, it's a run with Ali. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. On the zone read, they'll go with Ali. And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
First down.
So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he is going to have a 1st down here. And that should be the one that seals a victory. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. Well, things started off exciting. This one had a high-scoring first half, and nobody let their foot off the gas in the second half either, Charles. And, you know, for them, a really nice victory in a high-scoring output.
You're right about that, because so many times we'll see teams come out slow and take a while to get going, and points become a little bit harder to score near the end of games, as we know, because everyone tightens down. But no such issues in this game. The scoring started right away and held up at a steady clip the remainder of the game.
So for Memphis, the victory moves them to 7-1 on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for Virginia Beach, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.